ways that you can do cross-body or side mount or whatever you want to call it. But, they all involve the same principles, right? Gravity. Just like scarf, you have this connection. Once you make your connection with your partner, you don't break that connection on their chest. I shouldn't be supporting myself on my elbows and my knees. That makes his life easy. I should be literally like as if I were, my knees and hands are off, and I just kind of rest them there for balance, but not for support, okay? All my weight should be on him. You don't want to be too far over. You don't want to be too far back. Sternum to sternum, okay? If your both hands are going to be on the far side of him, then your knee should be next to his head and next to his hip. Close, right? Wide, so you have a lower base. My left foot, this foot, should not be extended. A lot of people do this, but it makes it more convenient for him to shrimp and get underneath me. All right, you want to seal up that hole, no gaps, right? The hole over here where he could shrimp and get at least a half guard. Knee, weight down, right? Very simple, on the chest, sternum to sternum. Okay, that's the basic position. Of course, we love to have the arm trapped in our hip here. Okay? We want to have that kind of control. You could also, you know, there's versions where you're kneeling on his arm, which is fine. Anything that stabilizes the arm. Okay? But for today, most of what we're going to do, because we're going to go into arm bars later, we want to practice getting his arm into our hip and trapping his head against my knee and my elbow here. See? So what's important, when we switch between this position and the next, and the last, the scarf, don't come up and then go back down again. This is the problem. What does that do?
Space.
Space breaks contact. Constant contact, right? Always space. So you literally want to roll from here. You slide. Don't ever come up. Keep that connection, right? Going back and forth. Always. If I was here and I'm going back to cross body, keep that connection. Hold the arm, right? Because it's going to go to my hip. Look, my weight is on him. Never come off. Boom. Right, back and forth. Grab your partners. You're just going to go to this position. Practice switching scarf. Like we said before, the biggest mistake that people make is raising their body off their opponent. Trying to be nice, right? Let's say I'm in scarf. You'll see, like, people when they're training, they want to be nice, they don't want to hurt their partner or whatever, and then they'll come to a north-south like this. They'll lift up, and then they'll come back down, and they get nice and tight on their knees, right? When I'm on my knees, what does it do? It gives his neck room to move, okay? Remember, you want to control a person's body, you have to control their neck, okay? So, there are times when you will want to be on your knees in a north-south, but still, you should be controlling his neck with your chest, right? Not up, or up on your elbows. So, that's bad here. We cover this out. So when you go from, let's say, scarf to a crossbody, remember, this is the rule, right? No gaps. Gravity. Body versus limb. His arm should be shoved across his face. And then you're aiming for his temple area with your hip bone here. And even if you don't want to drive your hip bone into his temple, your lower abdomen should be controlling his neck, forcing it to the side. He shouldn't have the freedom of movement of his head. Okay, so from here, you don't even have to grab. Body versus limb. Don't grab. Just, no grabbing his arm. Just with your body. Boom. Right? Look at his head. You alright? Get here. You're controlling his neck. When right? You're coming over from here, let's say, to north-south, right? Keep your weight on him. Use your body. Drive his arm across. Boom. Nice, tight north-south, right? Legs out. Not here where I can support my own weight on my knees or where he can grab my leg or whatever. I want to have my weight on him. Okay? Tight. Tight. Grab his belt if it's the belt. Help control the hips. If there's no belt, grab his hips. Right? The same goes for going to guard, mount. So from here, you're in a tight cross body, right? His arm is trapped in your hip. His head is between your elbow and your knee. Your knee's next to his hip, so he can't shrimp. By the way, if he manages to create space, you underhook here, right? So he can't shrimp. Let's say he does what he wants to do. He gets his hip in here, and he starts to get away. I got to go to my north-south. I underhook with this hand so he can't shrimp. And then I do what I just showed you. Control his neck. Okay? But for now, from here going to mount, same thing. Chest to chest. Your partner should always feel like he's getting smothered and beat up and blah, blah, blah. Lay on him, look. Control the neck. Slide over. Control the neck with your body. Once you have it, you want to get a high mount, right? Boom, drive. Drive up high. Keep your chest on him. See? My hands are not supporting my weight. Once I do this, he can move his head. If he can move his head, he can defend better, right? You don't want to do that, so you always want to be low. Weight on his face, controlling his neck until you're ready to move, right? Then we can go back to our drill. Look, get the arm. Let's say I want to go to cross body, right? Boom. Look, where is he? I didn't come up. I kept my weight on him. Look where his arm is. You can attack the arm from arm bar, whatever. North south. Look, choke here, right? Body versus limb. So right now with your partner, which you two guys are kind of closer in weight, you two guys are kind of closer in weight. Go through all the positions now. Mount, scarf, cross body, north south.